All right. Ooh, the wind's really going off. I'm in a parking lot. I'm gonna let that guy park real quick. Nope, he decided not to park. Okay. Oh my god, this wind. Oh wow. My hair's gonna be inconsolable. Hello. You see this amazing view behind me today? That's cool. Cause there's nothing there. It's a drop. It's a straight drop down behind me. I spent a whole month in France. I spent like 5 days in Bordeaux and then the rest of my time in a small village called Montesquieu in the south of France. I think Bordeaux is also south. Ooh, the wind is winding. Hopefully I don't fall backwards into the straight down pit into bramble. The trees here are lovely. There's so many like orange trees, mandarin trees, and lemon trees and stuff. I'm in Italy, by the way. I'm not actually in France. But that's a later video where we're going to talk about Italy. Today is about France. France and Italy not like each other? I think they probably like each other all right. I can imagine. They both have the same sense and style when it comes to flags. I learned some things while I was in France, and I'm really bad at remembering those things, but I wrote them down. This is a napkin that I used today during lunch because I couldn't find a piece of paper. But I did have a pencil. I actually have a plethora of pencils on me, but no paper. The first thing I learned about France is that in public school, during lunchtime, the school would serve children wine. This stopped in 1981, but it was completely normal and regular and just like expected for wine to be served. And they said it was for health reasons, something about like bacteria killing, I don't know. There's health reasons, I think, to drinking wine already that people claim. So they're probably just going off of that. But they were giving wine to kids. It was diluted, but they could have up to 125 milliliters a day. Like your children, like your 5-year-old goes to school, has wine at lunch. Isn't that cool? I mean, I don't know if that is cool. Isn't that crazy? That's definitely different. I'm not even shocked by that. I wouldn't call that culture shock. That's just culture expectation met. The next thing I learned, the day of rest, Sunday. This one I kind of already knew about, but I didn't realize to what extent they took it so seriously. On Sundays in France, you're not allowed to work. Like, it is illegal to work. There's a bunch of exceptions. Like, for example, the boulangerie, the bakery. The bakery can be open on Sundays because everyone needs their bread, okay? We're not going to work, but we're going to go get our bread. And other things like, like police officers and doctors and stuff, they're going to work on Sundays. But yeah, okay, if it's Sunday, you got to be in bed. Get your Netflix, get your boulangerie bread, and just veg out. Okay, France. French, the language that you all speak here. Apparently, there's some people here that were born and raised in France, don't know French. They know a dialect. I'm still not 100% sure what a dialect means, but in France, there was a bunch of different languages being spoken. And then in the 1500s, they made a law that all legal documents have to be written in French. And so then speaking French became more popular, but still there was like a million different dialects. Like you walk down the street, someone's speaking basically a whole nother language to you. And then it wasn't until like the 1800s where they're like, no, guys, everyone needs to speak French. We swear. Like we got to do this. We got to lock in. Everyone's going to speak French. One country, one language. Wind. And so they started using French a lot more and teaching it. And it was definitely a more dominating language, but there were still regions, especially like the very small villages and the more south you went, that they just didn't speak French. They just did their own little dialect or whatever. But finally, after World War I, they're like, guys, we're done. Okay, no more dialects. Like, we're going to go to all your schools and make sure all your teachers are teaching you French because that's what you should be learning. So that wasn't until after World War I. So there's still a handful of people from the older generations that don't know French, that don't speak it. It's really hard to read. I don't know if you can see this. It's really hard to read this. I don't have bad handwriting. It was just, it's hard writing with a sharp pencil on a very soft napkin without tearing it. And so my handwriting had to get a little creative. Something I learned about that isn't specifically French, but I learned about it in France, is blah blah car. Apparently it's pretty popular in Europe. Blah blah car is a carpooling service. It's like a step more communal than Uber. See, if I'm driving from like Toulouse to Auch, right? Those are two French places I was nearby. If I'm driving from Toulouse to Auch and I have like 4 open seats in my car, I'm going to put in my trip in blah blah car and be like, hey y'all, I'm going from Toulouse to Auch. Meet me here if you're also wanting to go to Auch with me. And so then they'll just hop on, and basically it's carpooling, and everyone just pitches in on the petrol, the gas prices. So I like that idea of an app, and I think we should start using that in the US, the United States, because we love our road trips and we're always complaining about the gas prices. Speaking of the gas prices, okay, if you're American, get ready. So in America, our gas price, the average right now, I believe, is $4.50 a gallon, somewhere around there. That is expensive. I'm not gonna, lie. That's an expensive price. As someone who doesn't drive cars, I can still recognize that $4.50 a gallon is the highest I've probably ever seen it in my life. But in France, they are paying $8 a gallon, $8 USD a gallon, $8. I would be quivering in my boots if I was a car owner in France. That's gotta hurt. So, you know what, America? Maybe just take a minute and think about the other countries for a second. We don't do that very much. We don't do that. But maybe start, because France is paying $8 a gallon. $8. At the grocery stores, you can still pay with checks. I went to the grocery store and there was a lady, older lady, maybe one of those people that didn't speak French, one of those dialects. She paid for her groceries with a check. And they had this machine, this checking machine. I don't know what you call it. I think I saw it in a movie once, but the cashier lady just kind of put the check in and went, and then gave her a receipt or something back. It was kind of crazy. I had never seen someone pay with a check before. Also, checking out at the grocery store takes forever. Always do self-checkout. If you're visiting France and there is a self-checkout, take self-checkout, because the cashiers are acting like day of rest is every day because they're so slow, and then people paying are slow. It's like everyone goes up with all their groceries that they're buying and they get scanned through. And then after everything gets scanned through, they have to be reminded that, oh yes, you're paying for these, correct? And then, oh yes, let me find my card. And for some reason, they don't know where their card is, or their checkbook, or their pen for their checkbook. And then they have to think about what their PIN code is. It takes forever. It takes forever. Everyone's really slow at the grocery store. I don't know what's up with that, France. That was wind is blowing everywhere. The Three Musketeers are real. There's also 4 of them. I had a feeling that the Three Musketeers are probably real or based off of real people, but they are just full on, like, there's 3 guys, 4 of them, there's 4 guys. There's 4 Musketeers. I think if you read the book, it's clear that there's 4 of them. I never read the book. I think the book is about the 4th guy joining the 3, if I'm not mistaken. Never read the book. Spoil it for me. Am I true? Is that what did I understand that correctly with my quick Google search about the Three Musketeers? In France, if you have a private in-ground pool, you have to have an alarm system for it. And these alarm systems, I don't know how it works because it doesn't go off when it rains, but if you get into the pool without turning the alarm off, it goes, and you have to get like this little magnetic key thing and slide it across the panel and fix it. But it's a lot. Every single private in-ground pool in France has to have one of these systems. And you know what the fine is? You know what the fine is if they find out that you don't have an alarm system in your pool? 45,000 euros. Just get the alarm system. If you have a private in-ground pool, please get the alarm system. Also, maybe that's just a good idea. Get an alarm system if you have an in-ground pool because kids be slipping. Kids be slipping, okay? And dogs, you know. I know instinctually dogs for the most part know how to swim, but imagine like your little wiener dog or like a bulldog. Those guys are just gonna sink. Probably. Maybe they float. I mean, eventually I guess everyone would float if they fell in the pool. Oh, that's dark. That's dark. I hate this napkin. I'm gonna wait for the wind to cool just in case it's my mic. I don't know if it is. This mic is so like it's so much better than I think. I always doubt my mic. I should stop doubting it. I always think like, oh, the rain's gonna overpower it, or oh, I'm probably being too loud or too quiet for the mic. Or, no, it's for the most part it's killing it. So I don't think the wind's gonna be an issue. Like there's something really loud going on behind me. I don't think you guys can hear a lick of it. What is that? When I turned around there, I just got reminded with how steep of a drop is right behind me. I'm not scared of heights though, so it's fine. You like this rebar? I could have moved it, but I didn't. Okay, stop. That's too much. Don't be dramatic. The word for lime in French is citron vert. No, citron vert. I don't think you roll your R's. Citron vert. Citron vert. Something along those lines. Citron is lemon. Vert is green. So the direct translation of a lemon is a green lime. I don't like that. I think lime should get its own word because a lime and a lemon are not the same. Okay, it's like if I said, no, that's not a lemon. It's a yellow orange. That's rude. A lemon's a totally different flavor experience. Okay, a lime is not a green lemon. It's a lime. It's different. You guys ever had limeade? That slaps. Slaps is good, by the way. I remember saying slaps to someone in Sweden and they thought it was an insult. It's not. Slaps is good. If something slaps, that means it's really good. So limeade, great. Slaps. Lemonade, also great. I wouldn't say it slaps, but it's great. Limeade slaps. In conclusion, I think citron vert is racist to say to limes. Okay, this isn't French specific. Sorry, the sun is just like attacking my pupils and I didn't bring my sunglasses. Is this weird? Is that gonna distract you guys? Okay, I'm gonna put my foot here. What thing was I talking about? Oh, baby's breath. Yeah, this isn't French specific, but I did learn it while in France, especially since I was living with a patisserie chef. Baby's breath is a really common flower that wedding cake artists like to put on their wedding cakes. It makes sense. It looks pretty and whatnot. It's one whoosh, like baby's breath goes in everything. My mother hates baby's breath. Like she thinks it's like a cop out of a flower. It's like, hey, put some more thought into it. Don't just put some white specks in it and call it a day. Go, mom. Thanks for having a strong opinion about flowers. I think I'm hitting second puberty. You know, when the frontal lobe starts to lock in. It's definitely not fully locked in, or else I wouldn't be sitting on a ledge in Italy with no money in my pocket. And a list of French things on a napkin, a used napkin from lunch. Yeah, don't put baby's breath on wedding cakes. Baby's breath is poisonous. It will make your tummy upsetty spaghetti. I don't know the full extent of its poison, you know, but I could imagine it would probably cause a lot of discomfort, and if you eat enough of it, maybe you got to go to the doctor or something. So don't put baby's breath on a wedding cake or any cake. Just don't put baby's breath in a situation where it's going to be eaten. There's plenty of other edible flowers out there. There's this one edible flower that we picked a lot of at the farm I was staying at called Nosferatus. It sounded like Nosferatu, and it's bright orange, and it's lovely, and you know what? It tastes like cabbage, and at the very end, it goes in your mouth, kind of like it's a little spicy at the end. It's kind of cool. It's like a cabbage and then boom, painful cabbage. But like in a fun way. Fun, painful cabbage. It's orange. Nosferatu. Okay, this is more of an observation than something I learned, but it's something I learned through observation. Y'all don't walk around with like to-go cups of coffee. I knew that going into Europe, y'all don't walk around with coffee. But you guys do walk around with ice cream an awful lot. Like, kind of a lot. Like, I don't know what's up with that, but I felt like anytime I was out and about, whether it was a town, city, or village, there'd just be people with an ice cream cone. Like, all the time. Not like families, not just children, just like a random guy. Like, there'd be a guy clearly like in some kind of business suit, you know? Like, he just had a full day of working, not resting, and then he just decided to go treat himself to an ice cream cone. Like, more power to you. I love that. I love ice cream. I love an ice cream cone. That top-notch choice of after-work snack, in my opinion. That's just not a normal thing for me to see. I'm not used to that. It's kind of baller, I'm not gonna lie. You guys are great for that. Proud of you. Good choice. And as I do with every country I visit, I will now count to 10 in the language, the national language, which is French. It's French. No dialects here, just French. You ready? Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, dix. Correct me if you want, correct me if you don't want. No. Correct me if you want, don't correct me if you want. Do what you want. I don't know the next time I'm going to be in France, and I don't know the next time I'm going to need to know all 10 numbers in French. There's more than 10 numbers, but you know what I mean. Yep, I'm in Italy. We'll get to that in another video, but for now, I hope you guys all learned some wonderful things about France. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe, actually. Do subscribe. Because, you know, YouTube's being a pain in my booty about this whole monetization thing. It'll happen when it happens, but for now, I'm going to try to get a sponsorship, because a sponsorship seems more doable than monetization, which I guess is monetization in its own way, just through like a private vendor or whatever the heck. Anyway, to get a sponsor, I'm going to need more like 10,000 subscribers. So we're 10.08% of the way there. Let's get a little further. I need to go back now to where I'm staying. It's uphill. It is up. It's straight uphill, basically, that I have to go, and they're probably making pasta because I'm in Italy, and they keep feeding me pasta like constantly. Everyone stay lovely. Hold on, I wanna know what this smells like. Doesn't smell like anything. Is this an olive tree? We'll discover that in another video. But for now, toodaloo. Look at that. This is the French flag. Don't be offended by that, but that's, come on, you guys get it. Hopefully I'm alive for another video. Goodbye. Totally forgot to mention, big thank you to the family I was staying with in Montesquieu. You are lovely. I helped the patisserie chef set up a TikTok. I will link her TikTok. Oh, so many cars. God, I don't want to get hit. I'm gonna link her TikTok in the description. Go follow her if you want, and if you don't want, just go follow her. It's farm to table, like the number 2 farm to table. Like the first like 3 or 4 TikToks that she posts are gonna all be made by me, so they're certifiably like funny. Yeah, thank you, and I hope to see them again in the future.